So we've all heard the phrase the bigger the better, but that is rarely ever the case in the tech world. Take hard drives for instance. We've gone from 3.5-inch drives to 2.5-inch drives to 2.5-inch SSDs, and now there's an even more compact SSD form factor for laptops and desktops. This is M.2.
WD Purple Storage offers all-frame technology built for always-on HD surveillance security systems.
With the introduction of SATA Revision 3, we've all enjoyed much faster speeds than before, but with the advancement of solid-state storage speeds, SATA was becoming the bottleneck. That's why you see pretty much every single high-end benchmark top out at about 550 megabytes per second. In response, a new interface developed. Well, actually, they basically repurposed the old interface and slapped on a new connector. M.2, originally called Next Generation Form Factor, is a fairly new interface in which compact expansion cards are internally mounted inside desktops and laptops. Yes, I did say expansion cards because even though M.2 is more commonly seen on SSDs, M.2 can also be found on Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, NFC, and other modules as well. There are many types of M.2 cards in terms of physical size. M.2 cards can range in width from 12, 16, 22, and 30 millimeters, where 22 millimeters is the most common, and lengths can range from 16 to 110 millimeters. Some cards will even state what size it is, like this ADATA chip 2280, meaning width is 22 millimeters and length is 80 millimeters. This way you can quickly tell if your chip is compatible with your device. Another physical feature you might notice on M.2 modules are the notches. Depending on where the module is notched, it provides a different interface. The notches are lettered A through M, where B and M notches are the most common for SSDs. Take a look at this EVGA motherboard. It has dual M.2 slots, but they have different notches indicating the different key types. This one is a Type E slot, and this one is a Type M slot. The main thing to keep in mind when buying an M.2 SSD, check both things. Make sure both your motherboard and your SSD share a connector type. A SATA SSD won't work in a PCIe-based slot, and vice versa. It'll save you a headache. So what's the benefit of M.2? Well, the first one is obvious. Size. Whether it be a Wi-Fi card or a compact SSD, new devices coming out that support M.2 can be expected to take advantage of the smaller form factor of these modules. Related to the size advantage, convenience. Think about this. If your system only has a single M.2 SSD drive, you could put it in a ridiculously small case. Additionally, there's no cable management to worry about. No need for that SATA power or data connectors. No need to worry about cabling that's too short, too long, or whatever. All you need is to slide this baby in like you would a laptop DIMM, and you're good to go for full speed SSD goodness. Finally, speed. Now, as we mentioned earlier, some M.2 SSDs are going to be SATA 3 6 gigabit per second. That's still going to utilize the aforementioned advantages, but won't really provide any additional speed. Where things get really interesting is when you hook up a PCIe compatible M.2 SSD to a PCIe M.2 slot. This is the good stuff because you're taking advantage of up to 23.6 gigabits per second compared to SATA 3's measly 6 gigabits per second. That's nearly 4 times as much speed. So that wraps up this brief introduction to the M.2 interface. Leave a comment below. Do you have anything that uses M.2? If so, what is it? And as always, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this from NCIX. We'll see you later.